Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem or Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright, and finna get into this quick lesson. Alright, this article right here. It says prepare, not paranoid. What you need to know to protect yourself from a possible terror attack. All right, and I'm just going to read straight into it, all right? It says, in times like this, you hear the concern from your neighbors. You talk about it with people at the gym. It's the topic of conversation over morning coffee from small towns to big cities. Are we going to see an increase in terror attacks here at home? Now, there are news that Iranian sleeper cells pose a danger threat. Such cells could carry out attacks on U.S. citizens in retaliation for recent military operations in Iran. It's understandable that Americans are feeling concerned for the safety here at home. It says people are on edge if they're not already in heightened state of awareness. And that's good. It's good that people are concerned for their safety. That's what we need, because, hey, these people have been living in wickedness. These people here in America, I just seen, before I seen this article, I seen like a little clip on here, motherfuckers, riding bikes naked, and they're talking about, we want to be, we want to be one with Earth. Nah, man, you're just perverse. These people are sick in the mind, so these people need Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's about to put all pride down. He's tired of the wickedness, So it's gradually building up. Everything is gradually building up, It says people are on edge if they're not already in a heightened state of awareness. They're at least tuned in, watching the headlines and scrolling through a stream of opinions on social media. All right. It says college campuses could be ground zero for Iranian sleeper cells plotting to harm Americans, experts warn. This isn't about fear or paranoia. And it says it's a moment to pause and remember. All right, and these people here in America, these people are weak. These people haven't experienced shit in their life. All right, and like in my family, like my aunties, my grandmas and shit. Hey, these people they be scared of, little shit in their own life. They be screaming. I be like, what the fuck going on with you? So imagine when, people out here just dying, because of sleeper cells. Hey, these people are gonna freak out. These people ain't gonna stay in they're not gonna stay in a calm state, because real quick, let's get this. All right, because these people here in America are just, been comforted their whole life. Isaiah 47, verse 8, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. All right, so see, Babylon has been given over to pleasure. Everything here in Babylon the Great is geared towards, pleasuring your flesh. All right. While over there in the Middle East and things of that nature, a boy over there, he's learning how to fight, and he's talking about, I want to be a warrior. I want to be a soldier for my country, While over here in America, hey, these people, little boys, they want to turn into girls and shit, or they want to play the game all day, and these people, hey, and their mindset is, hey, we're never gonna, hey, we got the greatest, military ever, we're gonna be good, nothing's ever gonna be able to stop us, but they don't understand. These people don't understand that, hey, the Lord's in control of, these people, these armies. All right, he's in control of, the who's in rulership, basically. So the Lord allowed America to be the biggest and baddest, for a moment, But now, hey, things is changing up now because of prophecy. All right. It says attacks have happened on U.S. soil before. The truth is there. It says the truth is there are people who want to harm our country and disrupt our way of life. And it's not because just because they want to do it. It's because America has been a big bully on this earth, all right? And now Yahweh Shem Shah allow these other nations, to let's get this. He gave them the same capabilities as America, All right. Joel 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So see, they're now in a soldier spirit now. They're in a warlike spirit now. All right. They're not worried about building up their economy. Now they're worried about getting their artillery right. Now these people are openly saying that we gonna basically America's gonna pay. You see how Iran is talking? All right. It says, we've seen these attacks play out, some tied to foreign groups, others carried out by lone attackers inspired by schooled ideologies, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, the Boston Marine bombing, the Pensacola Naval Air Station shooting, more recently, the Jewish Museum shooting in D.C. Americans must have higher degree of vigilance amid Iran's terror threat, House Intel Chair warned. And these people, it ain't gonna happen. These people are through, Now you got some that will, all right, but most won't. All right, these people are stupid. All right, American people are one of the stupidest people on earth. Moments like this, especially after international military operations, ignite fear of retaliation. And we can't wait for that. They spark conversations at home, at work, everywhere in between. It says, with Iranian threats and elevated homeland security alerts making headlines, it's easy to feel uneasy, but fear isn't a strategy. Awareness and preparedness are. And we know, whenever you first go through something, your first time going through something, traumatic, it's not something that you're used to. It's hard to stay calm. It ain't an easy thing to stay calm. So how much more for these Americans, who in their mind think that America can never, America's basically can never be, ambushed or, basically overthrown, These people are going to freak out. And that's the way the Lord wants it. The Lord set America up like that. All right, for prophecy's sake. So let's get this. Jeremiah 51:12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchman. Prepare their ambushes, for the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. All right. Let's get this in the NLT too. Jeremiah 51:12. Raise the battle flag against Babylon. Reinforce the guard and station the watchman. Prepare an ambush, for the Lord will fulfill all his plans against Babylon. We'll see. In an ambush, all right? Them sleeper cells, all right, here in America. All right? Hey, we don't know when it's going to happen. Lord willing, it happen soon. That the sleeper cells, get to, basically, killing niggas, on a mass level, start spraying bullets into a crowd, at a big event, at like a fucking, at a 4th of July party, all right? Down there downtown, This is what the Lord is planning for Babylon the Great, aka America, Nothing good is coming, all right? Because this place has sown, just straight up wickedness, all right? It says, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come. See, thy end is come, all right? And measure of thy covetousness, all right? Yeah, because, hey, Babylon the Great, aka America, it's all about, gimme, 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 all right? And they take, all right? They're America is has basically went around the earth and, basically bully other nations to gain, And the Lord remember all of that, all right? The Lord remember everything that America has done, all the atrocities it has done to this earth, And you think you're going to go unpunished? The Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men, as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. See? Caterpillars, what they do? All right, they devour things, all right? When they're in that state, before a butterfly, hey, they get to munching on leaves and shit. You go outside, you might see it, the leaves all basically eaten up. That's from the caterpillars, So basically these men, the ambushes, the sleeper cells that's here, they about to basically destroy. They about to devour this place, all right? They about to help devour this place, all right? Let's get this in the NLT too. Jeremiah 51, verse 14. The Lord of heaven's armies has taken his vow and has sworn to it by his own name. Your cities will be filled with enemies, like fields swarming with locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. Yep. A swarm of locusts, what do the locusts do? They come and eat your crops up, That's something that, a farmer, that's a farmer's worst day if a swarm of locusts come through. All right? So it's about to be bad for you Americans, all right? It's about to be bad here in Babylon the Great, aka America. No preparation that you're gonna do, hey, it don't matter. Because this is the Lord's plan, This is the Lord's plan. All right? He ain't gonna turn back he ain't gonna turn back from all these American people, the Babylonian people. They're scared, they're crying. Okay, I'm gonna lay off now. He's gonna keep on going and going and going until this place is destroyed by fire. So we'll just end it off on this one right here. Ezekiel 7, verse 5. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. See? So only evil. Evil going into bad times. All right? I'm reading NLT. Ezekiel 7:5. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Disaster after disaster is coming your way. The end has come. It has finally arrived. Your final doom is waiting. See? Your final doom is waiting. All right? So, hey, only evil is coming. All right? Only bad times is coming for Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. All right? This place deserves it, you know? Esau, you're about to go down, all right? The so-called white man is about to go down, all right? And this is the process of it, all right? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all glory and honor praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. All right, shalom.